Smack attack.
Smack attack.
That's what it was. Smack attack. I want some smack. I want some smacking and attacking right now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where we always have something to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm your host, Nicholas Blaylock.
And I'm your host, Adam Patron. And today, guys, we're actually going to be talking about the World Series. Let's go to the... Let's go. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that post notification bell button to stay up to date, as this is now the World Series. Houston Astros versus the Atlanta Braves. Guys, game one. We have Charlie Morton versus Valdez. But for the rest of the series, we don't know.
We have no idea.
We're going to break it down for you guys on exactly what we think will happen in this series.
Absolutely.
What are your first thoughts, Nick? Houston Astros, Braves. Who do you want to start with?
Well, you know what, buddy? You asked me my first thoughts, so I'm going to give them to you.
Yes.
I was reading a thing, and I think that this is kind of where I'm at right now. They were talking about the odds and the favorites, and right now the Houston Astros are the favorite. It's kind of like a 2-3 or 3-2 or however those odds work out. They are the favorites right now, and I do think that is the case.
Yes.
You know, when I think about these teams, I think about those Astros, and they are strong. They are strong, man. They have some big, heavy hitters. Now, that's not to say that the Atlanta Braves don't either. However, when you look at these teams, what they've done in the postseason right now, I do give the edge to the Astros as far as offensive numbers.
Yeah, offensive numbers are incredible for them. You know, 281 average, 791 OPS, and 67 runs scored. Holy crap.
That's a lot of runs,
But
dude.
the thing is, they had to do that to get here because they were up against juggernaut offenses as well. Like the Boston Red Sox, right? Like Chicago White Sox. And it shows in their pitching ERA, man. They had a 4.50 ERA in the postseason.
Good. Yeah, like that's bad.
That's really bad.
When I saw that number, I was like, holy mother of God, how are you here?
Right? But it's simply because the AL, all of them, seem to be high-powered offenses.
They were smacking, bro.
Yes.
They were smacking.
Yes, and they had to smack. Remember that one game when we went live for, I believe it was game 4, where Houston came back?
It was a freaking smack
they were
attack,
smacking
baby.
in that ninth inning,
smack
man.
attack.
It was
I'm going to
smack
start
attack
saying
all
that
over the
from
place.
now on. It was a smack attack.
Huge time. Whereas the Braves didn't have to smack. Like, 725 OPS is good. 250 average
for a
is
team,
good.
for a team, you know, it's like decent for a team.
Good. But the ERA is great. 3.41 ERA and an opponent batting average of 228 for the Atlanta Braves. So we're seeing two different stories coming here.
Absolutely,
and different ways of winning the ball game.
I agree, man. I agree. And it's going to be really interesting to see how these guys go at each other. Now, something to note, and we were talking about this a little bit pre-podcast, is that pitching-wise, these guys are a little bit injured.
Yes.
They're a little bit injured.
Houston Astros?
Houston Astros, yes. I believe that they're running a 3-man rotation right now.
Yeah.
That's a little questionable.
With an asterisk on Greinke, and we all saw what he did in the ALCS, and it was not
Frankly, I would not, if I could avoid it, and I mean, Dusty Baker, he's a smart-ass dude.
Yeah.
We'll talk about him in a little bit. But I would definitely avoid pitching Greinke if I had to.
Because he was not good, guys. I mean, let me just get you through the 3 guys, and then the thing that they're going to need is the bullpen Astros, because their bullpen has actually been really good.
Wow, their bullpen was great the whole year.
It's always great, and it was really good, especially in these 10 games. But they've got Valdez, Garcia, and Urquidy, and they're missing McCullers Jr. All right, that's going to be a huge one that they're missing. So they're really only running 3 guys. Right? So they're going to need that bullpen to come up and give them more innings like they've been doing.
Yeah, dude. Also, I want to note, and you know what, this doesn't mean anything. People change. But Valdez, Urquidy, and who's the other one?
Garcia.
Garcia. How many of those guys were you, like, super familiar with preseason?
Well, like, I knew all of them, kind of. Valdez on the back burner, Garcia, like, I heard about, but, like, I know what you're saying, like, not a lot of postseason experience.
Not a lot of postseason experience. And when you look at a guy like Charlie Morton, who the Atlanta Braves are going to be rocking with, I mean, I do have a little bit more trust where he is concerned. So, pitching-wise, I'm definitely giving the edge to the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah.
However, will it matter when you have Tucker and Correa, and more importantly, Yordan freaking Alvarez doing what they're doing right now. I don't know.
Dude, that's gonna be the question. When you're watching as an Atlanta Braves fan, you're gonna see, can you keep those guys quiet? And especially Yordan Alvarez.
This guy's so messed up.
Unreal. 1.48 OPS.
That's
now,
insane.
He's usually their DH. So when they go over to the National League, you're gonna have to find him to get in that outfield spot.
That is very true.
You know what I mean?
That is very true. And that's going to be something to watch as well. Now, I'm not as familiar, guys. I'm sure that they maybe had to navigate this like when they did like interdivisional games in the regular season. So I'm not as familiar with how Yordan looks in the outfield. I can't imagine it's going to be like super detrimental or something, but that is something to note, that they're definitely going to have to fit this guy into the freaking lineup for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they have McCormick and Tucker. Now, I love Tucker and Brantley as well. Brantley is a top of the order guy that you're not going to move.
No.
So maybe you slide Tucker over to center field and then you put Alvarez in right field. That's all I'm really guessing you can do. Again, if you're an Astros fan, let us know in the comments down below. But my last final notes is like, we're talking about that Houston has like a 3-man rotation, but so does the Atlanta Braves. Granted, theirs is better in my opinion. Freed, Charlie Morton, and Ian Anderson. So combined,
edge Braves.
It's the Braves. They're combined. They have a 3.27 ERA. So for me, it's tight, boys.
It is very tight. And I think about the storylines here too, guys. Like Houston Astros, they have something very clearly to prove, and it is we are beyond the cheating. We are better than the cheating. Everybody booed us. I mean, they're gonna continue to boo us years after this too. So instead of like getting down on ourselves, we're gonna kick all your asses and win the World Series anyways. And the Atlanta Braves, a few storylines here, guys. I mean, Freddie Freeman, this could be his last year. They haven't won since 1995, which is very similar to your Toronto Blue Jays. They haven't been there since 1999. So they're definitely looking and itching for a W right now. Also, Dusty Baker, I mean, he's dope, and he does deserve one.
He does.
Who do you got, dude? Who do you got?
Dude, for me, I'm still going with the Houston Astros. I said they would get here, and unless they're up against someone like the Dodgers, or I believe I was really, really on the Brewers, and they fell short. But I still got to go with the Houston Astros.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I have to do the same here. However, I do think it's a little bit tighter than what the odds are projecting right now. I mean, Freeman's been great. Rosario's been amazing.
Didn't even mention him.
Jock Pederson has been very good too. So it's not like these guys aren't hitting right now. They definitely are. But I feel like that Houston lineup. I feel like Altuve, man. I feel like he's gonna come out here and just like be like little Altuve and piss the whole world off.
I feel like they're just gonna outslug, man. I just feel like they're gonna outslug. Now, what do you have in Astros in what?
I do believe that this is going to go the distance. I think it's going to be a juicy Game 7, which I am so here for.
Me too.
I want it. I don't want like a silly 4 or 5 game thing.
No.
Give me 7 games. Give me a freaking slap attack or whatever I said. I forget what I said now.
Slap City?
It definitely wasn't that.
Slap attack?
It was something smack attack.
Smack attack.
That's what it was. Smack attack. I want some smack. I want some smacking and attacking right now, and I want it for 7 games, and the Houston Astros, they're going to come out on top.
All right, guys, what do you think about the World Series? Who do you have winning and why? Let us know in the comments down below.
Yes, you can also check us out on Spotify, Breaker, Anchor, Radio Public, and Google Podcasts. Also, please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. We would really appreciate it. $3 a month to become a Patreon. Call into the show. We have a beautiful grouping of Patreons right up here. They are so lovely. Definitely shout out and thank you to all you guys. And also, today, Jace is our code for Monkey Knife Fight and for Manscaped. Those are both of our sponsorships, so hop onto them. You'll get some sweet deals.
Guys, thank you so much for watching.
Oh, go Jays, go!